As someone who doesn't like being surrounded by too many things, a gallery wall always felt a little risky. I always questioned myself, would I be creating something meaningful or just slowly turning my home into the hallway of a dentist's office? But I did want a way to showcase some of the beautiful places that I've been fortunate enough to visit and have those memories become part of my everyday life. So I'm going to try it. I thought this little spot right at the turn of the first set of stairs of the townhouse would be perfect. And who knows, maybe one day I'll earn enough memories to justify a second gallery wall at the next landing. No pressure. I also didn't want to spend a fortune because if I start thinking about all of the frames and artwork I've donated over the years, well, we're not going down that road today. We're moving forward, onward. But I did find some great thrifted frames, most of them between $3 and $8, which feels like such a win. It's funny because for years I was always dropping things off at the thrift stores, but never actually going inside. And there I was wandering around, curious, half expecting to spot some of my own decor staring back at me. I really felt like I hit the jackpot with some beautiful, very inexpensive frames. And once they were cleaned up a bit, they looked amazing. It did take quite a bit of time to go through all of the photos on my phone, in the cloud, and on an external hard drive that basically contains my entire life in digital form. And anyone who has ever gone through old photos knows it's very easy to get completely sidetracked from the task at hand. There's something interesting about printing photos. We take thousands of pictures now, not like years ago when you'd get a roll of film developed and it was often a complete surprise what was even on it. But when you print a photo, frame it, and put it on a wall, you're kind of saying, this really mattered. This brings to mind something I saw years ago. My sister and her family used to visit a cottage every summer, and there was a little plaque on the wall that said, "It's better than it is." And the idea was that sometimes the memory of a moment becomes even better than the moment itself while it's actually happening. Not because the moment wasn't good at that time, but because often time softens the harder parts. Because let's be honest, in real time, even during the trips we dream about for years, or the gatherings and experiences we look forward to for what seems like forever, we're still human. Sometimes the human experience is stronger than we'd like. We're exhausted, hungry, our feet hurt, we've got indigestion, or we're mildly irritated over something completely ridiculous. Case in point, my sister and I went to England, something we had been looking forward to for years. We toured the Cotswolds, which, if you've never heard of them, are these postcard-perfect English villages with rolling green hills and honey-colored stone cottages, winding little roads. It's basically what you think of when you think quintessential England. We even went on hikes through sheep fields and pastures to get to some of these villages. It was truly magical. And we also spent time in London and in Bath. One of the big highlights in London was having high tea at the Orangery at Kensington Palace, followed by a tour of the palace itself. Very elegant, very refined. Now, at the time, due to a medical condition, I had been on oral antibiotics for over 6 months. And if you've ever taken oral antibiotics, you already know where this is going. Let's just say my digestive system was not living its best life. Every day involved a certain level of risk management if I wasn't fully aware of the bathroom situation. Traveling under these circumstances required strategy and a very close personal relationship with Imodium. So, beautiful tea, lovely experience, and then we start touring Kensington Palace. And somewhere during that tour, things took a turn, a very urgent, very humbling turn. After essentially speed walking through the palace, trying to locate the public washroom through what felt like a royal maze, and then discovering there was a lineup. Let's just say I was no more than 3 seconds away from completely losing my dignity inside Kensington Palace. But by the grace of God, I made it. Barely. And here's the thing, when I think back on that trip now, I don't think about the discomfort or the panic. I think about how beautiful it was, how special it felt to be there with my sister. And yes, I think about that moment too, but now it's just incredibly funny. And maybe that's exactly what "it's better than it is" means. The memory keeps the beauty and somehow shrinks the suffering down to a funny story. That's kind of what memories do. They soften the rough edges, they keep the beauty, and turn the chaos into stories we laugh about later. Like when my daughter and I went to France in 2022 as a graduation trip for her. It was wonderful, but it also happened during a record-breaking heat wave. And truthfully, at the time, it was so hot that it was hard to think about anything else. But now, looking back at the photos, the heat feels like such a small part of the memory. Or when my friend and I visited Portugal in the spring of 2018, and the day we arrived happened to be the end of a year-long drought. We had what we called sideways rain and torrential wind for almost the entire week. Not exactly what we had envisioned, but we still laugh about it to this day. So hard. And in a way, creating a gallery wall is a bit like that too. You're not just filling space, you're telling a story. You start with an anchor, something that grounds everything. You keep a loose theme so it feels connected but not rigid. You mix things up a little bit, different sizes, a little bit of contrast, because life isn't perfectly matched either. And then you edit, because not every moment makes the wall. Some things are just for you. And the memories we choose to display, they don't have to be from faraway places. They can be from anywhere: a walk, a quiet morning, a visit with someone you love. Because at the end of the day, it's not really about travel. It's about noticing and being there, living, whether that's near or far, whether you have indigestion or not. And maybe that little plaque had it right all along. It's better than it is. Not because the moment wasn't good, but because somehow, with time, we carry forward the best parts. And now I get to walk past these every day and remember not just where I've been, but how it all felt. Mostly wonderful, but also real and human. If you're creating a gallery wall too, or even just thinking about it, maybe it's less about making something look perfect and more about choosing what you want to remember. Thank you for taking this trip down memory lane with me. Until next time, take care.